What is up, guys? Chris here, the Unprofessional Dad, and I am back with another knife video. This is one that I have been waiting to make. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm so excited. This is, wow, I'm stoked today. It is a great day. It's a great day for a few reasons. Number one, it's Abel's birthday. He's 9 years old today. Tomorrow is my mom's birthday. And we're going to be going out to the gravesite, see her, and let my boys hang out for a minute. And it's a good weekend. But I forgot about something. I forgot that something was on its way. Recently, many of you know because you all pre-ordered them as well, Chavez released the crossbar lock knives that we've all been waiting for. The budget knives Chavez that we have been waiting for. They're here, and I've got mine right here, and I'm about to show it to you. Now, really quick, though, I want to say this. There have been knives before that I've seen and passed on for one reason or another, and I've regretted. Never have I regretted, and I've said this many times in videos and in lives, not once have I ever regretted not getting a knife like I have regretted not picking this up in Atlanta at the Blade Show. On the very last day, on Sunday, when I was streaming, doing the live stream from the floor, I had everybody on the live stream. I mean, there was a lot of people on there. And we were walking around. I was showing you all the whole floor. I was trying to, well, a lot of people were giving us stuff, or was giving us stuff. Use proper English, Chris. Proper grammar, I should say. But a lot of people was giving us stuff for the giveaway. I was just distracted, but I did come across the Chavez booth, showed you all a few things, and I saw their crossbar lock. I checked it out, but I did not have the money. I had the money, but I didn't have the money. And I'm going to tell you right now, if I could have went back, because that was months ago, and I could have had this knife for this entire time. If I could go back right now, I would go back. And I would sell any other knife that I'd picked up. I'd have sold any knife that I had at half price just to pick this up. I liked it that much, and I have regretted, maybe not half price, that's going a little far, but I have regretted not picking this knife up. But that's the past. They're here. A lot of you all have gotten yours today, or will be getting them tomorrow and the next day. They're sent out, and let's check this out. So now here's the deal. I'm going to show you guys the table view here in a second. We're going to go over this and everything. But like, you know, when these things come, I've already opened it. When they come, of course, like all of the other Chavez knives, you get two pocket clips. You get the skull pocket clip and you get the regular pocket clip. I don't change stuff. You guys know this. I don't alter my knives. I just don't mess with them. The way they come is the way they come. I want to, I just don't. This one, I immediately jerked it out of the box and I switched the daggone pocket clip. This is a Chavez knife. And Blue Label Chavez knives, which I'll get into here in a second, my opinion on the Blue Label Chavez knives when I'm actually doing the tabletop view of this. But let me tell you right now, Chavez just hit a home run with this knife. Now, at Blade Show, I also came across the Buck Range Pro, and I've talked about that. I saw these there, and I didn't get one of these. But I mean, I was impressed with these very much, and I knew that I would get one when I could, but it did not impact me like the Chavez did. Now, I will say this has turned out to be one of the best knives that I've got. All around, for EDC, for a beater knife, just everything, this knife is fantastic. Buck has 100% catapulted themselves back to the head of the pack where they belong with their history and heritage with this Range Pro. And that's a great knife. But, you know, as great as that, and here's the deal. If I could recommend any knife to anybody right now for using, collecting, whatever, it would be that Range Pro. That's such a good knife. But this Chavez is going to be so cool and so important to so many people for so many different reasons, and this is going to have a huge impact. I've said it many times in videos before, the Blue Label knives are Chavez's, what's the word? Because it's not an attempt, because an attempt is where you're trying something. They didn't try. They hit a home run with what they were going for. The Blue Label Chavez knives are their effort to give knife users, knife buyers, the quality and precision and craftsmanship of the Red Label Chavez, but not with such premium materials, so you get it for a more affordable price. Now, they're still running in at that $150, $160, $120, $130 for some, the TAK, up to $200 for the Blue Label. But you're getting stainless steel instead of, titanium. You're getting Elmax and stuff on your blades. So you're still getting really good stuff. You're getting quality craftsmanship. You're getting really good knives with the Chavez feel, the Chavez DNA, and you don't even know that you've got a Blue Label. Like some knives, when you go from their premium level knives to their budget level knives, you can still see that it's one of their knives, but you can tell the difference. The Chavez Blue Label knives, 100%, are spot on. Now, can you tell the difference because you're talking about the titanium versus steel? You're talking about, yes, you can tell. If you know what you're doing, if you know what you're looking at, if you know knives at all, you can tell. But the feel of the Blue Labels, you're getting a Chavez knife, and you feel a Chavez knife. And for a lot of people who live on a true budget lifestyle, a Blue Label Chavez knife could be a grill knife for them, because it's still a premium knife at a premium price, and it's still a Chavez. So when Chavez come out with this knife, they're taking what they've done with the Blue Label knives and they're taking it to a new level. They're expanding on the Blue Label concept of giving you quality Chavez craftsmanship, manufacturing, design, influence, and the Chavez name and that Chavez pocket clip, but for prices that are affordable for a much wider audience and customer base. Because let's face it, when I first got into knives, I've said this before many times, my two grill knives when I first started collecting was a Sabenza and a Chavez. That was the two knives that I wanted more than anything. I got both of them at the same time, actually. And I would have never been able to do that if it wasn't for a certain situation that happened for me. Chavez knives are expensive, but they're worth it. Blue Label expands the game to a bigger audience. Now, when you bring this into you're talking a whole new audience. Now you're talking people, because these are under $100, these are $85. You're still getting all the things that you want from Chavez, but you're getting D2 blade steel, which is a very tough, durable blade steel, which has good edge retention, hard to sharpen, but good edge retention. You're getting the Chavez flow, design, appeal, the aesthetics, the pocket clip. And you're getting a crossbar line. You know what this reminds me of? I'm going to tell you exactly what this reminds me of. With its thin profile, because it's really thin compared to the other Chavezes I have. This is really thin and low profile. And with the weight and with that action, the action on this is so daggone good. I'm talking, the action on this thing is it's insane. On bearings, of course. And again, we're going to do a tabletop view here in a second. I'm going to go over the length and all that other stuff with you guys in the materials. But what this reminds me of, I'm going to show you. Where is it? Right here. This is what it reminds me of a lot. It reminds me of the Bel Air because it's thin. It's thin. Basically, this is heavier, but it has the same feel in the hand. The action is very, very similar. I mean, that's when I first got this out of the box, I was like, man, this has kind of a Bel Air feel to it. The feel. Now, it has the Chavez look and the aesthetics, but it has kind of a Bel Air feel to it, especially when you start flipping that action. This is awesome. This is an insane good knife right here. And the best thing about it, one last time, is the price. Because now Chavez is going to be on more people's, not wish list, because a lot of people already have them on their wish list, but they're going to be in more people's shopping carts. Because now they're $85, and okay, that's doable. Not for everybody. I understand that. And if you can't afford $85, I completely understand. Maybe sell a knife or two that you already have, trade up or something. Maybe save $20 for 2 months extra, $20 for 2 months, and then you're halfway there, you know. Then it's like getting a $45 knife. But there are ways to make it happen. There definitely are ways to make it happen. But the big thing is that more people are going to find this knife attainable now. Chavez did exactly what they're wanting to do with this. They took Chavez from a premium grill quality, next level knife, which that's what they still are. They're Red Label. And with Blue Label, they brought them down to right there, feasible for a wider range, like I've already said, and now they are across the board, open season. Everybody have a go at Chavez. If you want a Chavez, now you can get one. You were on a tight budget and you couldn't afford a $300 knife, now you can get one. You was on a tight budget and you couldn't even afford a $150 Blue Label, now you can get one. Chavez has done an awesome job. And the best thing about it is this. And this is one thing that I will say. Chavez are great knives for EDC. They're great knives for beater knives because of the materials that they use and the way that they make them. But, and I do EDC them. I do carry them. I don't beat up any of my knives. I baby all my knives so they look great regardless. You know, but when you're looking for a knife that's real fidgety, when you're looking for a knife that's got great action, that's easy to deploy and use, snappy and quick, do your thing, put it back up, you know, ease of use, Chavez isn't at the top of the list. I'm just going to be honest, in my opinion. Now, some people will probably disagree and be like, no, I use my Chavez every day and it's easy for me, just as easy as any other knife. If you're that person, this isn't for you, I understand. I completely understand. We all have different opinions. For me, when I'm wanting to grab something that's going to be easy to use, throw it in my pocket, whip it out, fidgety, Chavez just isn't at the top of that list. But this will be. So now you've got another reason that this is going to be great, because now you don't just only have a knife that is a Chavez knife that's going to broaden the appeal for Chavez customers now. But now you've got a knife that's extremely fidgety and fun and snappy, easy to use, pretty lightweight at 3.5 ounces, somewhere around there. Now you're talking EDC. Now you're talking there with the Bel Air knives. Now you're talking there with the knives that are just easy to grab and go, run out the door, put it in your pocket, use it, fidget with it, whatever you want. Chavez has hit a home run. I'm telling you guys right now, you need to check these out. These are awesome knives. All right, let's do a table down view and check this knife out with a closer view so I can tell you the length, all about the materials, and how this thing is made. I think you're really gonna like what you see. All right, guys, so this is the Chavez Redemption drop point with their X-Lock, which is basically their crossbar lock. Black aluminum and a D2 blade. Boy, oh boy, is this thing awesome. I mean, Chavez, wow. You have made I mean, this is just insane. I'm so in love with this daggone knife. I think this thing is awesome. All right, so let's just show you really quick what you get with this. Now, I've already opened this, obviously, because I did change out the pocket clip. It come with the regular standard pocket clip, and I switched out to the skull because, in my opinion, the skull pocket clip is the signature of, I mean, would you want a daggone Michelangelo painting without the Michelangelo signature? I mean, you know, come on. That is the Chavez signature, in my opinion. Now, not everybody likes the skull pocket clip, and I get it, but I do. I love it, and I had to have it on there. So, all right, so let's see here. This is your blue label box. I mean, if you've never had a Chavez, the red label are black, and all of this right here and the letters is all red. So let's see. This is where the knife goes, obviously. This right here is the extra pocket clip. I put it in here. It's just a regular, typical standard pocket clip. Let me see. It does come with extra hardware, screws. So you'll have an extra set of screws, and then when you pull this tab up, that comes out, and under here is where you have the extras. You get a couple Chavez stickers. You get a Chavez, basically a little introduction, welcome to the family type thing, an introduction to your knife with a QR code, and you get a really cool microfiber cloth, Chavez microfiber cloth. I love the blue. Man, the blue looks awesome. All right, so we'll put that back in there. That's what you get with the knife. But what matters, the goodies and the extras are always fun, and they're always great to have, but this is what it's all about. If you don't get a good knife, it does not matter. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is a great daggone knife. Like I said, I have beat myself up big time for not getting this knife when I was in Atlanta. I should have done it then. If I had, I'm telling you, gosh almighty. But yeah, let's not kick that horse anymore. All right, so this is a fantastic knife. It has an overall length of 7.25 inches. It has a blade length of 3.25 inches. A drop point D2 blade. It has a black coated finish. Let me see. Aluminum handles. 3.65 ounces. So, you know, the weight's not bad at all. It's got some, I like the weight. You know, I don't want my knives super light. I just don't like that. I like to, you know, feel the weight. Now, I do like the fact that it's so thin and low profile. That'll be really nice if you're wearing a pair of jeans or something like that. These are not going to stick out a whole lot. So, very low profile knife. It is right-handed only. It is not a reversible pocket clip, and it is tip up. Now, it does have thumb studs that give you great action, and they are the jimped thumb studs or whatever you want to call that. So you get great action. Or you can use the crossbar lock or the X-lock as they're calling it. It is on bearings. Ramon Chavez, of course. And these are coming out of China. Let me see. Oh, now the jimping. Look at this jimping. That jimping right there is that super aggressive jimping. Do you see that jimping right there? That's that super aggressive jimping. That's super aggressive, like where they just take it and take chunks out of the blade. I love that. Beautiful swedge right here, so you're going to get deep penetration if you're stabbing, poking, piercing, anything. All in all, just a gorgeous knife. I like the backspacer here. This is just an absolute fantastic knife. Let me see really quick. I want to see. I have not done this yet. Let's see how sharp it is out of the box. Oh, yeah. It could definitely be sharper. Oh yeah, it could definitely be sharper. That's actually a little... Oh yeah, that definitely needs to be sharpened. I will be working on that. So that is a little, yeah, that is definitely not very sharp out of the box. Has a beautiful edge on it, but just not sharp. I'll doctor that up. I'll get that going. You can't have you a Chavez and not have a great edge on it. But I love this thing. I think this is fantastic. I love the fact that it's D2, so it's going to be really affordable for a lot of people. I like the idea of getting, you know, when knives are unattainable, yeah, it's great for the people that can get them, but I don't think that's great for the community. When a knife is so selective and stuff like that, I like for more people to be able to enjoy. I wish Chris Reeves would, and I mean, I understand he's not going to, but I wish Chris Reeves, I wish McNeese would come out with their budget end knives. And I understand they probably don't have time, and eventually maybe they will. But I understand that they want to be very premier and exclusive and stuff like that. But I personally like when things are more attainable for a more wide-ranging audience and customer base. I like people being able to experience things like this. You know, when everybody, it's like me when I was a kid. I'm still that kid that wanted Nike shoes but never got Nike shoes. They were just too expensive. We couldn't afford them and stuff like that. So, but I wanted them. I wanted to experience that. So I still have that feeling a lot in myself. I want more and more people to be able to experience these knives if they want. And now, that doesn't mean that they should all be able to experience the top-notch, the titanium, best version of this possible. That can be exclusive, but give them something that they can attain, that they can put their hands on, that they can reach for and shoot for and work for. And that's why I love this so much. Not only is it a great knife with great action, with great aesthetics, it looks good. Again, pocket clip, Chavez feel, Chavez name. You got a Chavez here. But it's a price that people can just afford and attain. And I appreciate that. So thank you, Chavez, for doing this. This is a home run in my book. I absolutely love this knife. Home run. Huge win. Guys, check these things out. But also remember, check out that buck if you want a really good knife as well. Two different knives. Two totally different knives, but boy, look at that. That is just beautiful. Wow. Really quick, before I end this video, let me show you my other Chavezes. That is. All right, so these are my blue labels. This is the TAK. You're getting micarta handles. You're getting steel micarta scales, I should say. Steel handles. Pocket clip. I never did change this pocket clip out. I need to, and I didn't do it for this one either. LMAX blade steel, fantastic little knife. I mean, this is a great knife. It's called the TAK. I will not repeat what that stands for. Frame lock knife, nestled frame lock. Yep, these are nestled frame locks. So basically what a nestled frame lock is, I've had people say, talk to me in the comment section about, no, those are liner locks. What this is a nestled frame lock. A liner is what they put inside of the steel handles. And it's a separate piece. This is actually the frame, a piece of the frame right here. That's the frame lock. And they slap a micarta scale over top of it. So it's what you call a nestled frame lock. This is a frame lock. So I really like that. This is a fantastic knife for the Blue Label. A bigger knife, good size, good jimping, great blade, Elmax blade steel. Just an all-around fantastic knife. But this is the Scapegoat Street. This is titanium handles, Bowler M390 blade, beautiful, excellent ergonomics, great feel in the hand. Of course, it does have the skull pocket clip frame lock. So that's what a nestled frame lock is. Imagine if they had just taken this right here as the frame lock and they just slapped a scale over top of that just to cover it up, but you still got the frame lock underneath of that scale. That's what a nestled frame lock is. And most of you guys already know this, so I'm not talking to you all. I'm talking to those few, very, very few people who were new to the idea of a nestled frame lock. So, and also have this one. This is really cool. This is the Liberation. Titanium handles on one side, carbon fiber on the other. Bowler M390 blade, blacked out version, skull pocket clip. I love this thing. Another one that has good feel in the hand, nice blade shape. Fantastic knife. Now, the very first Chavez knife that I got was this. This isn't a Chavez knife, though. It does have the Chavez skull pocket clip. It has the Chavez look. Oh, I know what other Chavez I got. Dang on, I knew I had another one. This is the Boker Chavez collaboration. It's an auto. It's a Boker Chavez collaboration. This was the very first one that I got that had a Chavez name or skull pocket clip. And Magna Cut blade, aluminum handles, all the great things. Last, but definitely not least, I did get this blade show. S35VN blade, aluminum handles. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. This is, boom, the ProTech Chavez collaboration. Heck yes, I love it. Skull pocket clip, of course. But I'm going to tell you right now, I'd be satisfied. I mean, not satisfied. Obviously, I want all those. But if I just had this, I've got a Chavez. That box is checked. I've got a Chavez now. If you get one of these and it's the only Chavez you got, guess what? You've got a Chavez, and that's what matters. You got a Chavez. And it's a Chavez with great action, ready to go to work, with a great blade D2 ready for hard use. Guys, I'm Chris, your professional dad. I wish all of you sharp knives, happy lives. Hope you enjoyed this. I will see you all in the next video.